So on the other note, if I've known people who are severely allergic to cats and dogs. They could be fine with certain animals, and they get near this one specific cat and they start sneezing. I mean, horrible allergic reactions. Is that, again, something about the vibration of that animal that's affecting them? Or
everything that you experience is about a mix of vibration. And so every situation is different. It's not a good idea for us to just throw a blanket over a question like this and give you one answer, because the mix of vibrations makes for quite a variety in co-creating with humans and with animals. But there's something going on. There's some incompatibility going on. Now, it could be, in other words, in order to really understand why someone's having a reaction to anything, the first process that most humans follow is they want to know what it is physically about this that is causing that. It could be something. You could be a human who is so interested in your own freedom that the idea of confining of someone else could be upsetting to you. And you could be in the presence of someone who is emitting a vibration, not a flea vibration, or not a fluffy fur vibration, or not a something toxic in the air to you vibration, but a vibration that says, I'm not free and I want to be. And sensitive people can even pick up on that. In other words, think about what you do. Have you ever been in a movie where in the movie there's some drama going on? Esther remembers early on in our conversations of watching something on television and actually pulling the covers right up over her head, or watching something on television that she knew was not real. It was actors. In fact, she even knew the actor who was in the thing that she was watching, and her heart was really, really pounding as if what she was watching was real. Because what you give your attention to activates vibrations within you, and that mix of vibration, we really want to make the strong point with you all day here today, but especially relative to this, that everything that you are feeling in any moment in time is about that mix of vibration. So, yes, you could be having a conversation with someone that could upset you. Someone could tell you a story about something that triggers something from your past that upsets you. When there's nothing toxic in the room, there's nothing in the room that you can see that justifies the way you feel, but you're picking up on something, you see. And so we want to help you to understand that when you are in a room with other people, that there is so much going on vibrationally that doesn't have anything to do with what they told you or with the relationship that you have with them out there on the surface. Sometimes there's just vibrational things going on with them, and as you spend a little time with them or in the vicinity of them, you begin to pick up on it, especially if there's something in your vibration that's a vibrational match to it. So it's logical, isn't it, if you can feel how you feel. Haven't you ever been with a person where a person walks into a room and you can just feel either something really uplifting or something really the opposite of uplifting? And so, of course, animals have these frequencies too. And an animal who really feels confined, we promise you, is emitting a different vibration than an animal who is absolutely content. And a person who's sensitive to vibration would be picking up on that. In other words, if a movie can make Esther's breath change as she's watching it, then why not the dynamic vibration of someone in the vicinity? You see what we're getting at? We want to say to anyone who's allergic to anything, we don't want you to run around freeing cats. What we really want you to do is to be so stable in your vibration that a vibration of another human or a vibration of even an animal in distress doesn't upset your vibration. But there are so many people who, even in this room, as they hear that, you think you owe it to anyone and everything to be upset if they're upset. And we say, that gets you nowhere and it doesn't help them. In other words, we would far rather that you're stable around a cat who's having trauma about something than that you're responding to the cat's trauma. We just want you to realize that everything is vibration. So what do you do with a conversation like this as you're listening in? What do you do with it? Is Abraham saying, let all your cats go? Not at all. We're just explaining why your cat might be wheezing. In other words, we're not asking you to free your cats. We're asking you to see your cats as free. We're asking you to understand that that's what they want. We're asking you to look for more opportunities to let them be the natural being that they are, you see. And there are a lot of things that you could do differently. The best thing that you could do for your cat or your lover or your children or anyone who you are around on a regular basis is be happy. Get in the vortex, because the majority of what beasts are reflecting back to you is what they've picked up from you. They are like little mirrors that say, I learned this from you, and now I'm demonstrating what I've learned. That was big.
Okay.
And really accurate.
So if there are two of you in a household, the one the animal is closer to would be picking up?
That goes for anything. In other words, because there are almost always more than one of you in the house. And so what you have to decide is, I'm going to maintain my vibration because my relationship with my source energy is what I'm tuning to. I'm not tuning to somebody else in the house. I'm tuning. And so if there could be 10 people in the house, 9 of them completely dysfunctional and miserable, one who's tuned in, tapped in, turned on, living happily ever after, and the cat would resonate with the one who's tuned in. There could be 1,000 people in the house. One tuned in. The cat would resonate with the one that's tuned in. In other words, one who's connected to the stream is equivalent to millions who are not. In other words, the energy stream of alignment is huge. That's what attraction is. That's what that power is. That's what that charisma is. That's what that effectiveness is, you see. But most people have quite a lot of split energy because you give your attention to a lot of things just because they're there, rather than tuning to the frequency that really feels good. If you have beasts up close to you in your home, you have a really wonderful opportunity to let them reflect back to you your improvement in your relationship with your vortex. It is our promise to you. You have an animal that's ailing anywhere around you, and you take seriously this conversation we're having about this vortex, and you take your attention away from the wheezing cat, and you give your attention to things that make you feel good. When you give your attention to it, you tune yourself into the vortex, you practice being in there, you maintain the frequency of it so you're mostly feeling good, and occasionally maybe not, but mostly feeling good. You will see an improvement with everyone around you. You can become so tuned to source energy that it will be remarkable for anyone to claim any significant role in relationship to you who is harboring a strong illness. Law of attraction just doesn't match it up. And even if they're sick, if you maintain your alignment, the likelihood of their recovery is extreme. You have huge, powerful influence, you see. But most of you don't even come close to exercising it or aligning with it because you're focused upon wheezing cats and things like that.